Oh, welcome back to the Matrix, and as the Matrix you are. The Matrix, how's it feel, Neo? And today we got ourselves a banger. Am I live on YouTube? Daily market. Ah, shoot. Dang it. Okay, I see what I did. Public. Hold on, I gotta update my title. One sec, guys. How's it feel, Neo? Hold on, let me, dang it. I screwed this up. One sec. BTC 110K. All right. Let me go back. All right. Let's put this. Boom. Then we'll do some Twitter action. And then we'll do. Yeah, screwed this all up. Yowzers, I screwed it all up, guys. Dang it. Alrighty. That should be good. Alright, let's try this again. Welcome back to the Matrix, and it's the Matrix you are. The Matrix, how's it feel, Neo? And today we got ourselves a banger daily market news analysis. What is up? How's everyone feeling out of 10? Let me know down in the comments below. We got a quick one for you today. We got jiu-jitsu right after this, so I gotta leave here probably about 30 minutes. So we're gonna hit the markets real quick, and then we'll get into you guys' questions even faster. So as the time of recording, Bitcoin sitting at $111,300, and we're putting in another higher low here, and I would like to see that hold, and I think that would be very good if that could hold. We're seeing a bit of accumulation happening over here. I guess you guys want to see the charts. Man, I'm all out of whack today. Yeah, so we're seeing a bit of accumulation happening on the smaller time frame, the most oversold that we've been in a very, very long time. So I suspect that the 28-day low is already in. And you could zoom out and call this even bigger accumulation. We will see what we get to. But what I expect to happen over the next coming days is that Bitcoin's going to at least retrace to the 618 Fibonacci retrace, about 118,000. And then we can see we're going to test the top of the range after that if we can get through it. And then guess what? People will be bullish and euphoric, because in reality, when you're ranging at the bottom of the range, it is scary, it is fearful, it is awful, it is terrible. Make it stop. And then at the top, it's euphoric, it's crazy, it's off to Neverland, off to Lambo land. What color is your Bugatti? But that's the way the cookie crumbles. When you're at the bottom of the range, it's bearish. When you're at the top, it is bullish, and it's really that simple. But what is really bullish though is the Russell again put in a new all-time high. This is officially past my fake out zone, which we had drawn up a few weeks ago. We said if we get below daily body closes below the red line here, then that would be a rejection, and we might go into distribution, or we might fully get rejected. If we get above the green line, that likely means that we're going to get a full breakout. And as it stands where it lies today, I would make an argument that that's what it looks like. And you might be asking yourself, why is this important, Ski? Why do we care about the Russell? We're in crypto, not the Russell. Well, every time that this goes into price discovery, that is an indication of risk on assets. What is the most risk on asset in the game? Crypto. Okay. Not only that, but this is a fractal from the 2021 bull market. And this was, and I'll just go over here and show you. We don't need to, I'm going to go over here and show you. The buying climax was late February of 2021, and the upthrust was November of 2021. Do you know what happened during this time? So there we go. This is what I'm rooting for. This is the most bullish case scenario, is if the Russell can continue to follow this and then go into distribution. That is the bull case for sure. For sure. All right. We'll take a look at Bitcoin dominance. We'll take a look at Ethereum, Solana. Bitcoin dominance currently sitting at 59.66. I would like to see this wick get taken out. That would make me feel all warm and cozy and fuzzy inside. Or even taking out 58.93 would be a macro lower low. I would like to see a lower high, and then I would like to see a lower low to confirm this as a reversal. We got very overbought. Now we're kind of more neutral. So that's what I'm keeping my eye on. What is the fear and greed right now? I have no idea. 37. So we're definitely deep in fear here. And I think the low that we got was 30. What did we get to? What was the low a couple days ago? I think we got to, I don't know what we got to. 28, 27 last week. I don't know. But we're definitely in fear. Not extreme, but we're definitely in fear. Here we go. Ooh. This was on Friday. 31. 31 is what we got to. So definitely in fear. It's a good sign. That's a good thing. We want to be in fear. The beatings will continue until morale is improved. Ethereum. Not looking as magnificent, got to be honest. It's okay, though. We got a retrace to the 618. We'll see. What I would like to see now is a higher low. Anything above 3,600 is fine. That would be fine. I would like to see a higher low and then a higher low. Higher high. Jesus. And then we'll look at Solana. And then we'll get into your guys' questions, comments, concerns. Solana looks better to me than Ethereum. I do think that Solana needs to get above 216 to confirm it's back bullish. ETH absolutely cooked my stop loss earlier. It happens, bro. Are we cooked? No. If you are referring to A5 Wagyu, then yes. If you're referring to it being over, then no. Welcome to Ski Russell. What up, Sona community? First. Yo. I think Anthony was first. How you doing, Ski? I'm doing fantastic. Good morning, good evening, good night. First time. You seem unsure of the future in your last video, Ski. I am not unsure. I wanted to see how the dust settled. I'm not going to sit here and come out and be like, I know how every candle is going to go. I don't. I am sure on a bigger time frame. But, you know, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like it wasn't a crazy event. I wanted to see how the dust settled. The dust is settled. Binance is paying out $300 million. They really need to pay out $19 billion because that liquidation was 100% because of Binance. Anyone else shorting in this market? Everybody like this live? My tinnitus is making it a little difficult with the music volume level. Could you help it out? Is it too loud? Is the music too loud? Can barely hear it. There you go. Can't wait for Ultra Tank. Okay, bro. Then short it. Short it. Short it. Friday was the bottom. Money, new money in, old money out. Yeah, the 28-day low is in. That is what I think. What do you think of the spot prices at right now? I think they're good. It's too low on YouTube, too high on TikTok. Interesting. I wonder if I could... Let's do like that. And then I'll turn it up a bit. There we go. Hopefully that helps. All right. Do you have time to give us... Hey, Ski, what up, brother? What is up? What is up? How's it feel, Neo? I feel like a Browns fan today. I'm sorry. I'll pray for you, brother. I'm seeing a lot of bear market in here. Stack up 2028. Yeah. Music to my ears. Russell is stock, small caps, altcoins. Exactly. Do you have the same targets for Solnick? I do. I'm starting to feel and fear the feel and feel. My God. I am starting to really feel and notice the fear and negativity about alts lately. What's your personal experience? Notice it. Good. Good. I've never seen the masses be correct. That's what I'm noticing. Bitcoin printed head and shoulders. Great. Great news. What is the first? Do you think BlackRock or Binance trades based off of head and shoulders? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Do you think BlackRock, Binance, Fidelity trades based off of head and shoulders? I'll tell you who trades out based off of head and shoulders. Week 1 traders. It is that. What is it? It's the first thing. What is the first thing that every trader learns? They learn patterns. And what is the first pattern that everyone learns? Head and shoulders. So what is the most invalidated pattern? That's not even... Patterns is the already the lowest level of trading. Patterns is already the lowest level of trading. And then you take the lowest level of the lowest level, which is head and shoulders. Anytime I see head and shoulders as reasoning, I think, woo, we're good to go. BlackRock is looking for Batman patterns. Could you possibly mute the music, bro? Is it like what is the deal? What is everyone freaking out about the music? There we go. I'll keep turning it down. You still have the same conviction about VeChain? I do. Feels like July of 2024. He says, nah, bro. Retail does, though. They does, though, what? Ready to cook soon. My grandma said Bitcoin's heading to 69K because of head and shoulders. Damn it. Not me, Ma. Anybody but the master Meemaw feeler. None of my predictions are based off of Trump. Head and Shoulders is a shampoo. If you thought the Head and Shoulders pattern was bad, wait until you see the Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes pattern. When we see that on the charts, we are cooked. Forget about it. You thought it was see you in 4 years? See you in 24 years, bro. It's over. What is it going to take to change people's minds positive? All-time highs. That's what retail likes. What does retail like to buy? All-time highs. What does retail like to sell? The bottom of the range. That's the truth. With some cheese on it. I'm 100x that pattern. What would invalidate your conviction? If Bitcoin retraces, I'll tell you. Okay, here's what would make me bearish. You want to know what would make me bearish? I will give you the bear case. Because I'm not just gonna be all hopium. I'm not just gonna be all sunshines and rainbows. All right. So what is the bear case? Okay. It would look something like this. We would get a dead cat bounce to the 618-702 Fibonacci retracement. And then we would take out one of this like wick low over here. If that happens, that would make me bearish. And what I would do is I would wait for another, and I would look to be exiting a lot, probably 70%. That's what would make me bearish. But we're not even close to that. In fact, when we look on, we're just making a higher low. That's it. Also, I've talked about too, like what signals a bear market. What signals a bear market? The moving averages. Where did my EMAs go? The heck? All right. So what signals a bear market? What says that we are in a bear market, actually? Let's go to a different chart. All right, what signals a bear market properly? All right, so first of all, this blue line right here needs to be minimum of straight. It needs to look like, it needs to be sloping down, really, but definitely not sloping up. Okay, not only that, we're going to say like that. This would need to cross. This would also need to cross. And this would need to cross. We get that formation. That's a bear market. I am worried. We are not even close right now. You might say it's lagging. Sure. Let me show you when it flipped. Let me show you when it flipped bullish. It flipped bullish March 10th, 2023. Bitcoin was at $20,000. Would you be okay with a $20,000 Bitcoin right now? How about when it flipped bearish? It flipped bearish February 1st, 2022. Bitcoin was at 45K. The top was 69K. We have a ways to go. We have a ways to go. Not even close. So that would make me bearish. The 200 gets on top, and then we're fighting. If let's say this. Let's say we'll just make it easy. The 200 moving average, which is the blue one. Let's say Bitcoin is like doing one of these numbers, and we're seeing like this rejections off the 200. Okay. Now you have my attention. That's bearish. We are nowhere close right now. No altcoin season this year. Who said that? My North Star for altcoins is the Russell 2000. This is the fractal that I pulled from the C19 crash. Right here. To the tariff crash. This is from 2021. This right here, that structure right there, that's when alt season took place, not a second before. Guess what? We are following this perfectly. We are following this perfectly. So no, I didn't say that either. So there you go. Those are things I'll be looking for, upside and downside. There you go. Now I am remaining neutral. I can tell you what I think is going to happen, but I just presented the evidence, what to look for positively and negatively. And then you can make your own decisions, because guess what? That's what I want. I don't want to be anybody's savior. I'm not here to do that. So we get into a bear market posture for Bitcoin on the daily, EMAs. Okay, that's not good. For sure. This breaks out like it's already breaking out right now. It's already a new all-time high. This continues to break out. That's positive. That is a precursor. What up, Ski? Is Bitcoin bearish? Bitcoin is not bearish. Bitcoin put in a high. $19 billion of liquidations could not even make a lower low for Bitcoin. What's it going to take? If the highest liquidation in crypto history could not put in a lower low, what is it going to take? What will it take? Do I have time to go over the crypto, precious metal, crypto relationship? Yeah, gold being parabolic is definitely stealing some of the thunder. I have never been in the camp that we need QE to start alt season. It'll help. Never, not one time have you heard that come out of my mouth. Never have you heard that come out of my mouth. Never, never, ever. It'll help, but it's not a prerequisite. Is there anything on the charts that signals euphoria coming in Q4? Yes, right here. This, I'm telling you right now, guys, this is the North Star. Is there anything that signals euphoria in Q4? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. If I promise you right now, one thing's for sure, two things are for certain. If the Russell continues to follow this, that's exactly what will be happening. You heard it here. One thing's for sure, two things are for certain. Gold is skyrocketing. Is that Nelly? Yeah, we got 61 people here on TikTok. Let me know when we have 600 people. Then I will be concerned. You're one of my favorite people on X, man. I appreciate that, Jeremy. Appreciate that, brother. $106 reversal should be here till this Friday. I think the 28-day low is in for Bitcoin. I don't think we're taking this out for at least 28 days. And we'll see where we're at, right? Then we got history on our side. We got history on our side then. Ski, do you think this event set us back 6 months for alts? No, I don't. Listen, here's the reality. Bitcoin's at the bottom of the range. That's it. You know what will make people bullish again? When it's at the top of the range. I wish it wasn't that simple. You don't need me. That's the reality. Until Bitcoin flips bearish, it's just putting in a higher low. That's it. 28-day low is in. That was it. $19 billion of liquidations could not put in a lower low. What will it take? What will it take? Should I buy Ethereum at 3,800? I think that's a decent price. Please explain why people would buy gold at 4K. It makes no sense. It makes no sense to me either. It's the most overbought it's been since 1979. So the same rules apply from before the Black Swan. Gotcha. Yeah. If anything, okay, here's my if then. If I'm correct, the 28-day low is true, that Black Swan is going to spring us. And the thing that makes me like, that's what it looks like it's happening is right here, the Russell. Because again, when was alt season? I'm going to lay it out. I'm going to box it out so that when I refer to this chart, anyone who's like watching brand new knows. There you go. When was the peak of alt season in 2021? Right here. The peak. This was alt season right here. So why do I keep looking at the Russell? Not only is the Russell a part of the Rubik's Cube, or not only is the Russell a part of the equation, the Russell is the equation. It is the puzzle. It is the Rubik's Cube. It's the entire pie. It is the entire pie. Let's make this, boom. There we go. So, if we continue to follow this, that's all we need. That's all I needed. This is the C19 crash. Chris says, last year Bitcoin lost 20K September, October, and then proceeded to rip in a month and a half straight. 100%. ADA is still the same. All right, guys. I got to hop off here, though. That's going to be it for this time. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow me on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. I'll be live tomorrow. Be there, be square. If you're square, you're not around. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow me on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. I will never message you first. Those are scammers. For the love of God, do not get scammed. I have 5 slots for consultations. If you guys want a personalized exit strategy or a personalized trading strategy, hit me in the DMs for that.